The little humps on the horizon. Okay, well, hi. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to explore an area where a couple of ancient tracks cross, which in their vicinity, like in say a mile radius, or even a mile diameter, there are over 30 barrows and at least 4 long barrows. The route that we're on right now is called the Ridgeway, and it runs through Wiltshire, sort of at an angle across southern Britain. Now, what we could have done is gone up there, but I'm not going to, because we need to see the barrows. There is a reason for coming this way, and that is because I want to try and show you as many barrows as possible. But hey, you can sort of see some tumuli there on the top in the middle of the shot. There's 4, I think. Okay, so there's the tumulus and another one next to it. Now if we swing around here, see up on the top there, I'll take you to it. When I say take you to it, I meant a bit nearer, but there it is. Nothing special, that's why no one's that bothered, but they just do lie here, scattered around this area. So we've got a little way to go. I think, according to my calculations, it's about 6 miles I'm planning to walk, but it depends how easy it is underfoot as to whether I do it. And not just that, but if you saw my Secret Sights of Avebury video, you'll see how easy it is for one idiot to get lost in the woods. Sorry, lost in the fields. Now, one thing I will say is that there are going to be quite a few tumuli I'm going to miss, just because of the terrain. I got a feeling there's some just over there, but you know, it means I'd probably spend all time around just one area, trying to seek out the tumuli, rather than just walk and point them out as I see them or come across them. So that's what I'm going to do. Here we are, walking on Albion again. Now, up beyond the peak of where we're looking now is another tumulus, which I may be able to see when we're coming back along the other way. But we're heading out along here now, and basically well, we're going to have to walk quite a bit. Well, I say quite a bit, probably about maybe half a mile to a mile, and there should be getting on for a dozen, so let's see if we can find them. Okay, now this is it. I think it may be too high. So what we've got here is there's a load of trees coming down, as you can see there, and somewhere there, somewhere, where are we? Yeah, so somewhere about just over the ridge there is another round barrow. They're called tumulus, or tumuli if there's more than one. Obviously it's a Latin name, so I'm going to call them round barrows. In between, just over, now you can see there's another set of woods behind, and in between the two there's about 5 or 6 round barrows. and it looks like we're going to be able to spot them, so let's keep our fingers crossed. There we go, well, 2 are visible. There is another 2 or 3 just behind there, so I'll go along this private farm track, no right of way, to see if I can get a shot, which clearly I can. I'm not going to zoom in because, well, let's zoom in for you. That's what you came for, isn't it? There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the road, that's the dividers to Avebury Road, which when it meets at the end, it meets this row of hills coming down, and just over there is the World Heritage Site of Avebury. Anyway, right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head to the woods there, of which you can probably see there is a track. I don't know if you can make that out, but let's do a bit of sheep voyeuring. There we go. So we're going to go to the woods, and there is a track following, or a path following the woods right down there, and almost to the road. There you go, there's another barrow. See, the 4 or 5 are in there, and this bit's been fenced off, and there's at least 1. There are more. We've reached the track, which is a byway. And there in the middle of the shot there, that's a group of 2 or 3 barrows, might be 3, and they're right by the road, and they are interesting in terms of things from the past. Apart from the fact that they're just round barrows, there's another importance personally for them, and that is they mark the site of where I saw my first crop circle back in 1980. Might have been 79, but 79-80, because my father took me there to show me that place with all the trees round it over there. That's called Baltic Farm, and obviously, if you any idea about Wiltshire, all over those hills there's even there's more than, you know, there's more than I'm going to do today, so I will be out there at some point as well, many times. That's what's behind us. Oh, you can clearly see the barrows, look, over there, the little humps on the horizon. Now before they disappear, around there, can you see the lumps on the horizon? 2 lumps. There's a tumulus there, possibly 2, but also somewhere over there is a long barrow, or 2 actually. There's 2 long barrows over there, but I don't think I'm going to have time to go over there today, because looking at the terrain and the terrain I've been, because we're not even halfway yet, so I'll save that for another day, because there's still plenty of routes to go and see stuff. I know I said earlier that there's Avebury over there, but also if you go right you get to Merlin's Barrow and Marlborough, Silbury Hill, West Kennet Long Barrow, East Kennet Long Barrow, Swallowhead Springs, plus all the other stuff that's out there. And that's where my Secret Sights of Avebury video was filmed. Now I've just had a look at my map because I thought there were more. See where the 3 barrows are at the end there? That's the 3 barrows, but somewhere around where my finger is, not in this field, but beyond that metal box thing, which is about there, just beyond it in that field, there's another 2 tumuli. But they've obviously disappeared. And one thing you can't hear, and I can't get over the sound of the traffic, is the sound of the skylarks. Between this building and the next Baltic farm, I'm sure that's part of Baltic farm, there is a tumulus in between the field, which I'll see if I can see. I mean, I think that's it. In the middle of the shot there, on the horizon, that's another tumulus. And those missing tumulus, this is what I mean about farmers. So they come out going, "Oi, what are you doing?" You know, under the pretense of keeping an eye out for thieves, but actually, because I'm monitoring this, and these tumuli are sort of slowly disappearing from the maps. That's why on more recent maps you only find about 23, I think, whereas on my old map that I've got, there's at least 33. Well, that just proves it. There's 2 that are missing. Not to mention some others that are missing over there. So yeah, that's why I'm not happy with farmers. Eradication of history is not something I advocate. Now down at the bottom here where it meets the road is another tumulus, and if I zoom in a little bit, what you should be able to see is bits of the Wandstike there, which then goes across the road and up the hill. But if you follow straight on over there, that way, where the road junction meets, and a little back from it, maybe 50 metres, 100 metres, is another long barrow. There's a long barrow on the hilltop there, which you might be able to just make out below just jutting out from the trees there. And there's 2 long barrows over there and more tumuli. So behind is the tumulus I was on about, and following the same line, just in there, just in that dip somehow, is an enclosure, which it's something I don't know, but I think it's to do with old farming, isn't it? Of some kind. I'm not particularly up on that, so, you know, you can do your own research. Look, a pile of chalk. Can you imagine what Silbury Hill would have looked like when it was first made? And all the earthworks round here, they would have gleamed white. Now, according to my map, there should be a tumulus here, but I can't find it. So there's a... yeah. This is something I like, having to find my way through some scrabbly bits. All the other tumuli had either gone or they're lost in the mist. I couldn't work out which. So that's why you haven't seen any more. But I think we've passed another 5 or 6 since I mentioned the one where we came onto the Wandstike. There's also, actually, somewhere over there, as soon as we're here, and I couldn't see that either, somewhere over in that field there is a long barrow. Again, hidden in the murk. As you can see, I've come above so that I can see where I'm going, because it's got quite, well, as you can see, visibility has become invisible. Anyway, yeah, so if I don't do any more in this video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-da!